So hey guys, start another long form here. I've got Poppy and Sadie in the goat house over here. And on the other side of the goat house, you can't see it right now, I've got a dog house that I'm reclaiming and reusing. And I'm about to split my females from my Billy. So I'm going to move this fencing here, these panels that I have, to be between them, and then adjust the wire fencing that I have for their pen and separate them. That's the plan. Shouldn't take too long. Should be kind of simple. I just got to wire panels together and stuff like that, but we'll see how it goes. All right.
5 minutes later.
So, continuing with the long form on moving the goats, I realized I had a big problem. I didn't have a gate. So I currently have this gate system that I picked up at Menards. It's got the two, one's a post and one's a latch. And yeah, I know when they're full grown goats, this is not adequate fencing. But again, I'm making do with what I have. And, you know, for those that understand, livestock is important, right? And I haven't lost none. Predators are pretty good in my immediate area. We've got a solar light on them that triggers at night, and when they're right next to our camper, we can hear them. We've had no problems with any of our livestock, but it's important to have that. There's Nancy back there. For those that just watched the short, she is being kind enough to take care of, dishes and stuff like that while I'm out here doing this, even though I know she wants to be out here doing it, but she also understands that we have limited time, and we got a nice day. It's sunny, and we got things to do. So, moving on. Fencing that my neighbor Richard was, kind enough to give me. We was blessed with that. We've got a gate that we're going to be putting in, and I've got 7-foot stakes that I'm going to be putting in. You see the goats back there. Those panels over there, I'm going to move 2 of them to in between these houses right here coming out. So we'll have a gate on this side. Poppy is going to be in this dog house, which I'm going to make some adjustments to the roof, but I need to get them separated right now. So there's a partial roof there. It's fine for now. I've got metal over there that I can put on it if I need to in an emergency, if we're getting like a bad storm. I'm going to put those panels between the male and the females, between Poppy, the Billy, and my does, because he'll try to get to the does. And that's the thing. The fencing's got to be adequate in at least that respect. As you can see, we've got just wire fencing just like this currently. We've got it tied to the trees out here with wire and staked down with heavy duty tent stakes, metal tent stakes. So that's our current goat fencing predator protection. And we do have the solar motion light on top. So, they're pretty comfortable out here, but I'm going to have to move my guinea keats and my young chicks to a different location because this is about to be goat pen. So back to work. Okay, so this fence system, I'm an idiot and I should have got another one of these. This is the post part. This is the actual hinge that the gate sits on. So what I'm going to do is drive the post there and affix the other side of the gate over here. And then I'm going to drop one of those green posts right next to this and wire it all together. So I'm not going to do that on camera, but I'm just telling you what I'm going to do because I don't want you guys watching me sweat like an old man. So, all right. So indeed, I am sweating like an old man. However, I'm getting this, it's going in pretty good, which I'm happy about because I hear tell there's a lot of rocks in the ground around here. So far, so good. I've got the post for the gate in, and I've got the green post wrapped around that post. I'm going to drive it a little bit farther, and then I'm going to wire these two together. So I'm secure from this point forward. I'm actually pretty happy about this. So keep working. So we just moved our juvenile birds over by our other flock, and you can see we've got like the gang fight showdown going on over there with the big birds. They're like, what is this? Who are they? But they'll get used to each other, and when we introduce them, they'll, you know, hopefully be okay. I'm sure there'll be some pecking order going on, because we'll be basically integrating 2 flocks at that point. So we are continuing to work on the goats, and that's what we're getting ready to do. So back to work. So now we have the guineas in between the juvenile birds and the big chickens, and that's where they are going to stay until their permanent housings and roosts and boxes and all that stuff are built. So that way they can get used to knowing each other. And Sadie's over here taking a high interest into the new female goat, which is good because they're about to be living together. All right, like always, kittens and back to work. So I'm now at the stage where I have to dismantle 2 of these panels from the current goat fencing. We're going to leave the last panel over there. I hate doing that. Over there. We're going to leave that panel because that's where we got their hay feeder at. So I'm going to move these 2 to over there between their housing, so that way Poppy won't as easily be able to get through it. The fun part is trying to dismantle it by myself while the goats are very interested in what I'm doing. They keep following me up and down the fence, so I'm gonna have to get Nancy over here in a minute to help me herd them while I move the panels. So it's pretty fun. So as I said, I had to recruit my wife from what she was doing to help me with the goat panels. So my goats, who are highly interested in what I'm doing, don't get out. Yeah, and the puppy's over there, like, not sure about...
He's whining.
He's whining. He's like, where's my puppy friends? But he doesn't know he's going to have a lifelong friend.
Sadie,
And
you're a girl, you
Poppy
don't do
goat
that.
right there. Yeah, you see why we need to separate them?
You're the girl,
yes.
you don't do it
Okay. Hopefully it's not too late. Wish us luck on that one. Yeah, pray on that one, because I really don't want her pregnant before she's supposed to be. So back to work. Okay, so just so you guys can see what I'm doing here, this is the makeshift house that I built out of an IBC tote that the goats have been using. I am zip tying, and I'll cut them off. I'm zip tying the panel. I need another one down there. But I'm zip tying the panel together, and then I'm going to zip tie the other panel to the end. And then I'm going to link the fencing that I have over here to the end of that, and the fencing that I have coming this way to the end of that. So they will be divided right there, and that will be the doe's house. Or actually, that will be Poppy's house, and the does are going to be over here. And again, you know, for those that don't understand, yeah, we're making do with animal housing because having this livestock is part of resistance homesteading. Because if we don't have livestock, then we can't what, Nancy?
Homestead.
Yeah. How are you going to produce food if you don't have livestock?
Go to the grocery store and spend all your money?
Right. How are you going to grow, how are you going to eat fruit if you don't have fruit trees?
Go to the grocery store and spend the money.
Oh, how are you going to eat vegetables like those green beans we're getting ready to can?
Go to the grocery store and buy them.
Right. So what are we trying not to do?
Go to the grocery store and buy them.
Exactly. And that is why we are improvising and making do with goat housing. We love you guys. Okay, guys. Now we're about to drive another 2 of those green posts to hold this section of fence because, again, we don't want the billy goat being able to push it down. Right?
Right.
Right. So you guys can see Nancy's finishing zip tying the fence posts that we hammered into the ground to the fence panels. And the fence is actually pretty secure, huh, Nancy?
It is.
Yeah, like Poppy is not going to be able to push that down to get to the females. And since the wire fence is going to connect to the end of it, he'll have no incentive to try to go around. I don't think the goat will think that clearly. But as you can see, my temporary setup, because we just kind of have it, you know, jury rigged right now, he's exploring. So back to work. So I want to show you guys another example of making do with what we have. So there's a persimmon tree that is about to become a fence post. So the fence line is going to go from the gate to the stretch tight to that persimmon tree. And then I'm going to put a point out there with my last green fence post, which are like $10 a piece, by the way. And then we come over here where we're zip tied to the rest of the goat panels. So this is going to be my billy goat cage. That's going to be his house. Obviously, we're going to repair the roof. And then my does will be over there. They're going to have a slightly larger enclosure.
So Poppy the goat got out of the fence while we were still trying to put the new fence together. And he's just out rummaging and staying on the property and just enjoying new flavors. He's just disappeared into the bush. Yeah, but he'll be fine. He'll come back because he knows where he's loved. He's just right there. He ain't going far. All right, back to work.
Okay, guys. So now you see my improvised persimmon tent stake. See, I've got it wired all the way down. And then, of course, I'm going to stake the bottom with some big steel tent stakes.
So we have another escapee, little Miss Sadie.
Yeah, both the goats.
She finally got out.
They're running free.
They're wild animals. Oh no.
What do we do?
Love them. And let them be, because they know where their home is.
They ain't going nowhere.
Nope. And neither are we, except for back to work.
So hey guys, as you can see, we are in our billy goat pen. There's the fence line going over there to our persimmon tree, coming over here to our stake, going to the goat panel. And then you can see the doe's pen is slightly larger. We are now about to bring the puppy over here with Poppy, and we're going to put our new female in there with Sadie. All right? Yeah, it's getting late.
We got the goat pens done.
But we got the goat pens done, yeah.
That's
so,
nice.
You know, for those people that say, why don't you work harder? Yeah, right, bro. Sounds good. But, yeah, Homestead's coming, man. It's coming along good. And we love all these animals out here. Nancy was just telling me earlier about the kittens. What were you saying, babe?
I don't remember exactly, but they are so cute and they just love it out here.
Yeah, they're
just like running all over the place and happy and go lucky and hanging out with the goats and the dog, and it's just great.
Yeah, they kind of bring a new vibe to the homestead out here. So, all right, we'll take another clip as we introduce the dog and goat to the goat and goat. All right, see ya. So just a quick update before I finish this long form. Sadie did not really take to Koza that much. She was butting her and kind of
mean.
Yeah, being bullyish. So we put Koza back in this pen for a while, and what we're probably going to do is put Koza's pen in Sadie's pen tomorrow so they can get used to each other that way. But tonight we're going to call it a night. We're putting them back in the pen, and I'm going to wrap up this long form. Look for updates in our shorts and other long forms. As always, we love you.
Nothing you can do about it.
Nothing, guys. See ya.